Hello, friends. Welcome to our channel, History Chronicles. As the French Revolution deepened, it began to cast a long shadow beyond the borders of France. By 1792, the revolutionary government found itself engaged in a series of conflicts with neighboring countries, a development that would profoundly shape the course of the revolution and the future of France. This episode delves into the complexities and consequences of France's war against its neighbors, a critical phase that both tested and transformed the revolution. Picture the summer of 1792. The revolutionary fervor in France has reached a fever pitch. The new government, born out of the radical ideals of the revolution, is grappling with internal strife and external threats. The nation's radical transformation has alarmed neighboring monarchies who fear the spread of revolutionary ideas and the potential for unrest in their own lands. The war with these neighboring countries begins with a complex mix of political and military motivations. Revolutionary France, emboldened by its recent successes and driven by a desire to spread its ideals, declares war on Austria in April 1792. The war is not merely a conflict over territorial ambitions. It is also a struggle to defend and propagate the revolutionary principles of liberty, equality, and fraternity. The early stages of the war are marked by a series of military setbacks for France. The French Revolutionary Army, though ideologically motivated and driven by a sense of national pride, faces a series of challenges on the battlefield. The troops are poorly trained and inadequately equipped, and the initial confrontations with the Austrian forces are both chaotic and costly. One of the most significant early battles occurs at the border town of Lille, where French forces clash with the Austrian army. The battle is fierce, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. Despite the valor of the French soldiers, the lack of coordination and preparation contributes to a defeat that sends shockwaves through the revolutionary government. The war effort also puts immense pressure on the French economy and society. The conflict strains resources and exacerbates existing economic hardships. The revolutionary government's call for a total mobilization of the nation, both in terms of military enlistment and economic support, creates a sense of urgency and anxiety among the population. Amidst these challenges, the revolutionary government begins to enact more radical measures. The Committee of Public Safety is established to oversee the war effort and to ensure national security. This committee, under the leadership of figures like Maximilien Robespierre, wields significant power and authority. Its formation marks a shift towards more centralized and authoritarian control, reflecting the growing urgency and severity of the war. The war with Austria soon escalates as other European powers, including Prussia, join the conflict. The coalition of monarchies against revolutionary France grows, adding to the complexity and scale of the struggle. The war becomes not only a defense of the revolution, but also a broader struggle against a unified opposition determined to quash the revolutionary tide. In September 1792, the French Revolutionary Army achieves a significant victory at the Battle of Valmy. This battle is a turning point in the war, boosting the morale of the French forces and providing a much-needed strategic advantage. The victory at Valmy is celebrated as a triumph of revolutionary spirit and marks a shift in the war's momentum. The conflict with the neighboring countries also has profound implications for the French Revolution's internal dynamics. The war effort fuels radicalism and intensifies political divisions within France. The revolutionary government's handling of the war, along with its increasing reliance on the Committee of Public Safety, heightens tensions and sets the stage for the Reign of Terror. The war with its neighbors also prompts the revolutionary government to seek alliances and support from other revolutionary groups and sympathizers across Europe. The conflict becomes a rallying point for revolutionary movements worldwide, and France's struggle is seen as part of a larger struggle for freedom and equality. As the war drags on, it becomes clear that the revolution's success and survival depend on both military victories and internal stability. The French revolutionary government is compelled to navigate the complex interplay of domestic and foreign pressures, striving to secure its position and advance its revolutionary agenda. In our next episode, we will delve into the September massacres, a harrowing episode of violence that unfolded in Paris and further exemplified the revolution's turbulent and often brutal nature. Thank you for joining us in this episode of History Chronicles. Stay tuned as we continue to explore the dramatic events and transformative changes of the French Revolution. See you next time.